welcome to my video. This is Joysala. It's so good to have you with me again. Thank you so much for joining in. And today I'll be sharing on comparison. Oh my gosh, small topic but very, very powerful. It has the potential of changing our lives. So I remember when I was going to start this video, on the same day that I shared that I was starting this video, a friend of mine shared that she was relaunching her YouTube channel. And then I went on her page and I saw the quality of the videos that she was planning to release. And oh boy, I felt like I was never going to be able to do this or start this. And that's exactly what comparison does to us. And basically today, what I'm going to be sharing are the tricks and tips that have worked for me in breaking this habit of feeling constantly insecure, envious, and having this state of discontent with one's life. It's the hardest thing for me to admit, but there was a point in my life where I was very insecure, I was envious of others, and I was living in a state of constant discontent with my life. So today I'll be sharing the things that have worked for me so far. And the first thing I'm going to be speaking about is the fact that you need to identify your triggers. Yes, identify your triggers. For me, the first trigger I realized was social media. Oh my God, social media. At just the click of a button, I found out that I opened myself up to limitless opportunities to compare. Even on the days when I found myself questioning my life and my goals, that's why my feed is conveniently blown up with stories and chats of people that are living their lives la vida loca, and they're acing all their goals, and they're acing all the things that they set their hearts to do. And it got me really questioning myself and wondering if I was ever going to measure up. So the first thing I've been able to do is to identify that social media is a potential trigger for me. And what I've decided to do now is that I have a meaningful relationship with social media. By meaningful relationship, I mean that I don't just go on social media and start mindlessly scrolling through pages, mindlessly scrolling through people's feeds, because I realized that sometimes at the end of the day, it only leaves me feeling worse off than I was feeling when I even got on social media in the first place. So I don't spend endless hours on social media. I've cultivated a purposeful relationship with social media. When I'm coming on social media, it's either that I'm coming to share as God has laid upon my heart. I'm coming to see the feeds of people that inspire me, people that challenge me to be better and to do more. But I don't just go about scrolling on people's pages and scrolling on people's feeds. Another thing is that I've realized is that there was a point in my life where I had this friend that would constantly gloat about his achievements. By gloating, I mean that he will share your achievements in a way that it's supposed to bring the other person down. Because I have other friends who inspire me with their success stories, who inspire me with the things that they've achieved in life and the feats that they've been able to achieve in life. But you come and you share your stories with me in such a way that it puts me down, makes me feel like I'm never going to be able to measure up to that standard. So if you have people like that, it may do you a world of good to do away with them in your life at this season, because people will say, that's being so childish, that's being so fickle. But if you know that you've not yet matured to a level, my dear, please just take it easy with those kind of relationships. You may need to eliminate them for now. When you feel like, oh, you've grown more and you're more mature, you may be able to entertain them back into your space. Another thing I've realized is that comparison is unfair. You need to tell yourself this truth. It's the brutal truth. Comparison will never be fair, because it's like you're comparing your behind the scenes with somebody else's highlight reel. Social media is curated content. Everybody comes on there to share amazing things. Nobody shares their behind the scenes. Nobody shares their failures. I guess it's the human in us. We have this atom of self-preservation, this need to portray to others that we're successful, the need to portray to others that we have it all together. So you would hardly find people coming on social media to share their failures, to be vulnerable enough to share their behind the scenes. And that is why it is very unfair to you that you're comparing your weaknesses to somebody else's strength. You're comparing your behind the scenes to somebody else's curated content. So if you realize that comparison would always be unfair, I'm sure it would do you a world of good. Let me share a story with you. So there was this day that my husband had done something really amazing and fantastic, and I felt like, oh yeah, he deserved to be celebrated. And just as I was typing the post, he annoys me. If you go through my post, I often say that he's the most annoying person in the world, and that's not being cute. That's because he's actually the most annoying person in the world to me. So that day he had really, really upset me, and I was still going to share, But in that moment, I didn't go on social media to say, if you're so annoying, you are just a something man, this one, that one. I didn't. At that moment, I dropped my phone. And then when we were able to resolve our differences, I come online and I still share the post that I was typing earlier. And somebody else will be there in our house, sitting down saying, those ones, they don't fight. Me and my husband were always fighting, we're always arguing. See, Doya and Ife, they don't fight. My dear, don't put yourself under that kind of pressure. Doya and Ife fight. But Doya is not going to come on social media and share the fights that she's had with Ife unless she feels like it's going to bless somebody, or it's going to be to what end, really. Do you understand? So you really need to get to the point where you realize that it is unfair to yourself to compare, because you are comparing your behind the scenes with somebody else's curated content. So stop it, okay? Another thing that I have come to realize, or I have come to learn, is to cultivate gratitude. Yes, gratitude is such a powerful tool, and gratitude would actually make you less vulnerable to this bug of comparison. What do I mean by that? Because when you are grateful for the things that you have now, it doesn't eclipse the fact that there's possibility God can do the things that you're still desirous of. So if you cultivate that habit of being intentionally grateful for all the things that you have, you realize that it will downplay the things that you feel like you don't have yet, the things that you feel, and it would even empower you to pump you up to feel like those things that you don't have yet are achievable. So cultivating gratitude is something so powerful. You can do that by having a gratitude journal. You have a gratitude jar that you fill in daily with thoughts and with powerful thoughts about the things that God has done for you. When you do this daily, it makes you less vulnerable to this bug of comparison. Gratitude is such a powerful tool, and I think you should embrace it. Another thing I've come to realize is that not all comparison is bad. Yes, don't shoot me yet. What I mean is that there's actually healthy, when I say comparison, there are people that when I go on their page, I'm so spurred on to go at my dreams. I'm so spurred on to go at the things that set my heart on fire. I'm so spurred on to do more, to be more, to follow my heart. I'm so spurred on to just be an achiever. There are people like that. So for me, that won't qualify as unhealthy comparison, because it's actually driving me towards my goal. So when I see it, I actually rejoice with these people. That's why I really love Tenny's song. Tenny, don't let me murder the song, the Uyomeyo song. I'm actually supposed to break out and start dancing right now because I really love that song. But what she's trying to say in that song is that when you rejoice with others, yours will come as well. Do you understand? Like, there are days and there are moments when joy and rejoicing for others are hard. I can imagine constantly having news of people having children around you when you're still trusting God for your own child. I imagine that it is hard. But on those days when joy for others is actually hard, is when you actually need to intentionally practice joy for others, and you need to celebrate others, you need to rejoice with others. It actually looks good on you when you celebrate your friends' successes. It really looks good on you. And it helps you to limit envy. It helps you to limit insecurity, because by the time you genuinely celebrate with the other person, it won't be about what you don't have. It will be about the fact that you're rejoicing with what God has done in this person's life, and you realize that your time will come. That's the truth. Your time would actually come, and we're going to rejoice with you someday too. But as I end this video, I would like to leave you with this thought. Life is not a competition. Life is a journey, and it's very important that you focus on your journey. You are not in competition with anyone. There's a Yoruba adage that says, don't look at somebody else's clock to determine the pace at which you go at life. Life is a journey. It is not a competition. So you are not in competition with anybody. The moment you settle that in your mind, that you are not in competition with anybody else, even if you are in competition, the person that you are in competition is your previous self. So you are in competition with yourself to become better than who you were yesterday. So you are not in competition with anybody. So limit the pressure that you put on yourself. All of us will all make it in this life. We would all achieve. As long as you are not lazy, as long as you are not complacent, as long as you're not handicapped, you would actually achieve the things that you set your heart to. So don't allow yourself fall under this pressure, unnecessary pressure that social media puts on us to try and achieve things at a certain time. You must be married at a certain age. There's nobody that says that you must have done these things at this time. Just embrace the season that you find yourself, and I promise you, all good things will still come through for you. So just have a nice day, and if you've ever dealt with comparison, I'd like to know the ways that you dealt with it. Please share with me in the comment section. Thank you so much. So please like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much, guys. Till we meet again. Bye.